and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 539. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who's a far cry from normal, Wombat.
It's not true.
I feel like I probably used that joke like when Far Cry 3 came out.
I could also imagine that being the case.
Sounds like something I would do.
Yes, I agree. I'm agreeing with you. It's early. We're already agreeing on things. I like this.
It's going to end soon, I predict.
I'm sure it will.
Shipwreck is back. We're happy to announce.
I am back. I listened to that show last week.
I'm sorry.
You needed to come back?
I did. That way, yeah, you guys wouldn't talk about Justice League for a half hour.
But that's
whatever. That's on the outline again this week.
That's what the people want, I'm pretty sure.
Well, but I'm here to stop it this week.
Good luck.
Let's see how that works out.
Right. No, so we have a lot of things to talk about. A huge release this week. Far Cry 5 came out, and we've all been playing that. What else? Say something else that's huge that happened this week, Wombat. Quick.
I have the flu.
No, nobody. Well, I care. Your whole family was sick. Like, wasn't your daughter like super sick?
She peaked on Friday. I get a text from my wife on Friday. Sabrina's home now. It was like 3:30 in the afternoon. I picked up Sabrina early. She's home. She has 105.
Right. I just would have had a heart attack right then and there. And then they would have had to call an ambulance to come get me.
So, we took her to the doctor. The good thing is, this is what they say. So 105 is really, obviously, is very high. And I think it was more like
the doctor had to tell you that.
Yeah. The thing is, you take the Tylenol, and to reduce the fever. And if the Tylenol and if the Tylenol doesn't have any effect, that's when you gotta go to the emergency room. But once you took a fever reducer, her fever did go down fairly quickly. So we don't know how long she had 105. But by the time I got home from work, she was already down to 101.
That's good, because then you probably could have at least enjoyed your evening. Not felt like you were going to die also.
Exactly. It's 101 by comparison.
That's nothing.
And by the end of the and by the end of the day on Saturday, she was back to normal temperature-wise. But by the end of the day on Saturday, my wife had 101, 102. So Saturday, and Elliot, so far, he's been fine. He's had nothing. But he had gymnastics in the morning and a birthday party in the afternoon. So I had to do both of those, which is fine. And then Sunday, my wife, had 102 the night before. She woke up. She still wasn't feeling well. I went out and did all the grocery shopping alone. And then I had to take Elliot to his football game at I think it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I had to take another kid. And that's when I started
detailed.
to not. Well, I'm getting.
And now you have rickets.
And that's when I started to not feel so good. So I'm like, okay, I'll get the kids to the football game. I'm just going to go to the bleachers. I'm going to sit down. I'm like, I may be cold, but I don't have to move. And as soon as I'm about to sit down, the coach comes up. He goes, I could really use some help out here today. Do you mind being assistant coach?
Oh, no.
And I can't say no, so I had to be assistant coach for an hour and a half out there.
Oh, you could say no, though.
I'm pretty sure you could say no.
I would have said no.
I felt bad. He's a nice guy,
and
he
doesn't want to be around a sick person, I'm sure.
I was his assistant coach all last season.
Of kids sick instead of no thanks.
By the way, this is the exact same thing that happened last week, the week before that got Wombat's whole family sick. The guy who was assistant coach was sick and infected the whole team.
Yes, exactly. So then by the time I got everyone home and it was Sunday night, I peaked at about 101 fever. And I stayed home on Monday and watched some crappy movies, which we'll talk about later.
Wow. That's a lot of fever in one family.
It's a lot of fever. It was 3 days, just everyone everyone was a day off from each other.
Sounds horrible.
It was so little fun.
I went to Chuck E. Cheese.
That's slightly more fun.
Did you know they have stuffed crust pizza now?
No. I'm sure.
What's it stuffed with? Chucks or cheese?
Viruses.
It's stuffed with just enough of you thinking, I shouldn't eat this, but I'm here and I'm still kind of hungry.
Oh, you mean you're eating it again now?
No. I mean, while
Oh.
you're eating it at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, I see. I heard their pizza's not bad though for like chain pizza. People like it.
Really? Who are these people? I need their names and phone numbers.
It usually
I
gets
just
ranked
feel like
high in
the-
those chain pizza surveys. Don't ask me why.
I feel like the people preparing the pizza at Chuck E. Cheese are not in it to win it.
I hear you. There's no love being put into that pizza, probably.
Right. So I'll eat a slice or two, but I'm not sitting down to get my fill of Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
I used to dream about going to Chuck E. Cheese when I was a kid, and I don't think I've been in one in 20 years, 30 years.
Emmeline loved it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But how does it compare to like a Dave and Buster's? It's just they have the animatronic
it's totally
things?
different. It's all kid friendly stuff. So
Oh, it's like a Dave and Buster's for younger.
yeah,
okay.
well, Dave and Buster's is a Chuck E. Cheese for
For
grown
adults.
right?
Yeah.
Got it.
It's the other way around.
Right. It's
Understood.
not that Chuck E. Cheese is ripping off Dave and Buster's here.
Mm-hmm. I thought that Chuck E. Cheese went out of business at some point. I guess not. Or somebody brought him back, maybe?
It was really busy. I mean, Chuck E. Cheese bought Showbiz back in the day.
Yeah, there's still a Chuck E. Cheese around here somewhere. I was there with Sabrina like 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's like in Hicksville or something, right? Or somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
It's a good place for a kids party because
Near my house.
you get like the 2 hour pass where you just play as many games as you want to in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Which is nice. You get the tickets. You go through the like half hour of redeeming tickets and deciding what crappy prizes you want.
It's the worst.
I had to do that on Saturday because that's what the birthday party that I went to. It wasn't Chuck E. Cheese, but it was like a rip-off of Chuck E. Cheese.
Sucky cheese?
Sucky cheese.
It wasn't round one, was it?
No. It was laser bounce.
Okay. Yeah. Sucky cheese.
You've been there.
Yeah, sucky cheese.
Well,
It's good if no one's there. Anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, we go to
Chuck E.
round.
Cheese does proclaim himself to be the biggest mouse in showbiz as well.
That's
By biggest, he means size.
I guess.
Like physically the biggest mouse.
They made him
Because I think
they
Mickey
made him a
Mouse
half
is
inch taller than Mickey Mouse.
I say Mickey Mouse is the biggest,
right.
entertainment wise. But
meaning.
yeah. But
Well, at Showbiz, they might have also like that might have been in quotation marks or something since they bought Showbiz Pizza.
The biggest
Got
mouse in this restaurant. Not the only mouse, but the biggest one.
Right, the biggest
biggest.
one here.
Probably. As far as we know. All right. Let's do
pre-cooked weight.
that's disgusting.